Hi everyone, welcome to the Chasing Einstein Challenge. My name is Dr. Smith. I'm a professor at Dakota State University, and I'm excited to have all of you participating in this year's challenge. So there's 100 students that are participating, 5th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders. There's about 35 college students that will be math mentors. And what you're going to be doing is for the next 8 weeks, you're going to be doing various math challenges to earn points. And the team that ends up with the most points at the end of the 8 weeks is going to be crowned the Chasing Einstein champion. And you'll win some prizes, some individual prizes, and in addition to that, you'll have your name put on the coveted Chasing Einstein trophy. So there's a lot riding on this competition. So in this video, I want to tell you a little bit about why it's called Chasing Einstein. I'll tell you how it works, and then I'll get you started with your challenges and activities for the week. So why Chasing Einstein? So if you don't know very much about Albert Einstein, I encourage you to learn more. He obviously was a very famous scientist and mathematician, and he really embodied the characteristics that we want you to have as a mathematician. He was a hard worker, he was really curious, and when he made mistakes, he didn't give up. He would just try a different approach, try something new. And really, that's what we want you to do as a mathematician. We want you to be curious, we want you to work hard, and if you do make a mistake or you get stuck, we want you to try something different. And so that's why it's called Chasing Einstein, is because he had all of those characteristics himself. So this is how the challenge works. Each week, you are going to watch a Flipgrid video from your math mentors. Last week we picked teams, so all of you are on a team, and so you will watch the Flipgrid video from your teammates, from your math mentors, and then you're going to do some math challenges or math puzzles. When you're done with that, you're going to reply to the Flipgrid video from your math mentors, and you're going to respond to a couple questions that we give you. So that's it. Each week you'll do something, you'll follow that same format. Watch a Flipgrid video, do some math challenges, reply to a Flipgrid video. The way you earn points in this challenge is, one, when you are doing your math challenges or your math puzzles in class, we want you to work hard and have a positive attitude. Your classroom teachers are going to be observing you and what you're doing, and based on what you do in class, you are going to earn points. So they have a really simple score sheet that they'll fill out at the end of every week, and that will translate into Einstein points. So again, that's based on your attitude and your effort on those math challenges and math puzzles. So it isn't about who can do the most or who's the fastest. It's about who uses their time wisely and who doesn't give up when they get stuck and who has a good attitude about things. So that's one way to earn points. The other way that you'll earn points is by creating a good Flipgrid video each week. So you're going to respond to your math mentors with a Flipgrid video, and they will score the videos. And what they're going to be looking for is a good video. And what I mean by that is a video that has you looking at the camera. It has the camera positioned in a way where we can see you. They're able to hear you, so you have to speak clearly. And then maybe most importantly, you have to make sure you answer the questions that they give you. So every week they'll give you a couple questions. You want to think about the questions and give thoughtful responses. So that's the other way you'll earn points. So you'll earn points by working hard and having a good attitude about, as you work on the challenges, and then you'll earn points by creating a good Flipgrid video. In addition to that, your team will earn points through your math mentor. So your math mentors are college students, and they're doing activities in my class, and as a part of those activities, they can earn Einstein points. And so what I will do is add all of the points together for your team, and I'll come up with an average, and that's how I will generate the leaderboard. So each week you'll get to see the leaderboard, and you'll kind of see where you're at, but that's how it works. So I want to tell you what you're going to be doing this week. The math challenges that you're going to be working on this week are called mystery grid puzzles. And what you're going to do is you'll go to this page. This is the home page for the site, and you'll just click play. And each of these little boxes represents a different puzzle. And you can see there's a lot of them. So it starts at number 1 and it goes all the way down to 200. the bigger the number, the more complex the puzzle is. So I'll start with number 1 and just show you how it works. The goal of this is to put these numbers on the left into this grid on the right, and I have to follow a couple rules. The first one is that I cannot have any repeat numbers in the same row or the same column. So this wouldn't work because I have 2 2s in this row and 2 2s here. So I have to do something different. I have to have a 2, a 4, and a 6 in each row, and a 2, a 4, and a 6 in each column. And I have to figure out what order to put them in. So that's the first rule. The second rule with these puzzles is that in the upper left-hand corner of several of the cells, there's a number, and that's basically a clue. It tells us what number goes in that cell. So this would be 2, this one would be 6, this one would be 4, this would be 2, 2, and 4. Now, we don't know anything about these 3 cells, but we do know that we need a 2, a 4, and a 6 in each row. So that means that a 4 has to go there. And the same thing here. We don't know, there's no clue given to us, but we know that each number in this column has to be different. So this has to be a 6, and same thing here. This has to be a 6. And at any time we can check it, and it'll tell us if we got it right or not. So this one says we did it right. So then if you use the next button, it'll just take you to the next puzzle. So now we're on puzzle number 2. Let me jump ahead and show you one that's more difficult because the rules and the challenge will change a little bit. So I'm going to go to 23. So same idea, you have different numbers and you have different clues and you have some additional information. This time we have some operations. So there's an addition sign and there's a number 7. There's also a dark border around these 2 cells, and so we call that a cage. And so what this tells us is that these 2 numbers have to add together to give me 7. And it doesn't matter what order the numbers go, we just know that we have to have 2 numbers that add to 7. This symbol indicates that this cell has to be greater than this cell. So it's a greater than or it's a less than symbol. So this one has to be less than this, or this one has to be greater than this. And then we have these other clues here. So let's plug in what we know. And now let's think about what would be next. We know that these 2 have to add to 7. We already have a 5. So let's put a 4 and a 3 there. But if you look at this, there's a problem. I have 2 3s in the same column. So I need to make a switch. So if I move that, now that should work. I've put 2 numbers in there that add to 7. I have all different numbers in the row, so I'm good there. Since I have a 3 and a 4 in this column, I know that I have to put a 5 because I have to have different numbers. And I know that if this is a 5 and this is 3, this one has to be a 4. And we've met this rule. 4 is less than 5. And then a 5, a 3, we can put a 4 here. A 3, a 4, we can put a 5 there. And I'll check it, and it's right. So what I want you to do is start out with an easy puzzle. Make sure you understand the rules. And then I want you to have your classroom teacher direct you to puzzles that would be appropriate for you. So I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to, try to do puzzles that are fairly challenging. Don't do the easiest ones, but make sure that you understand how it works. And those are the puzzles that you're going to work on. So you're going to spend as much time as your classroom teacher wants you to spend on those. And then when you're done, you'll go back to Flipgrid and share a Flipgrid reply to your math mentor.